My next guest has had an outstanding career as head football coach and athletic director at the University of Southern California. Would you welcome, please, John McKay.
John McKay is one of the legendary, all-time great college coaches. He's got 4 national championships. The owner of the Bucs, Mr. Culverhouse, convinced him to take on pro football and take on an NFL team.
He was a big shot when he was in L.A., and he, rubbed elbows with very important people.
Notre Dame beat us here in 1966, 51-0 in front of 87,000 people, 82,000 priests.
That was a real coup for you, Culverhouse, to be able to get John. You offered him a ton of money and, set John up for life.
Despite the fact he'd won 4 national championships, it was a much different world back then. He was making less than $100,000, and he was offered, I believe the number was $250,000 to go coach the Tampa Bay Bucs. That was the most money any coach had ever been paid.
I've been in it for 27 years, and I'm still getting paid. Not a hell of a lot, but I'm still getting paid. Well, don't believe what you read in the paper, fellas, but if you do need some money, let me know.
Coach McKay was a one-liner expert.
Well, we didn't block him, but we made up for it by not tackling.
He was asked one time after a game, what do you think about the execution of your offensive line? He said, right now, I'd probably be in favor of it.
I don't think the game is that difficult.
It's no more difficult than college ball, huh?
Not in my opinion.
4 national championships. He was inflated with that college experience, and he said, I can coach the NFL from my armchair.
Put down, I'll change this drill. Okay. This looks like a fire drill in a 3rd grade school.
I like Coach McKay. He's very sarcastic.
And you're going to hustle. That's all right. You had a catcher's mitt, you'd have caught it.
Well, they can't come out on the field. We never allowed to put the camera in the SEL.
Gentlemen, if you don't get that camera out there, I'm going to shove it right up your...
At first, McKay was so conscious of our wireless mic, he actually covered it with his hat when one of his assistants tried to talk to him.
There's a cold beer if you'd like one in Mr. Culverhouse's office for the coaches.
Really find out who will catch the ball. It took a while, but finally the coach lightened up enough to include us in his jokes.
It's just a matter of finding out who will catch the ball in traffic, and I think that will be the telling factor as to who we actually end up keeping.
Well, that ought to be a son of a mother picture.
I was laughing so hard, I couldn't hold the camera steady. That's a great idea.
And you can print that. It's strictly off the record.
When Bucs owner Hugh Culverhouse hired John McKay away from Southern Cal in 1976, he got not only the most celebrated coach in college football at the time, but a man with a keen sense of humor.
Don't forget to take off your shoes, please. That's the only thing we're going to get right today is the shoes, I think.
His little quips and his one-liners were original and they were funny, and he could have been on the stage as a stand-up comic.
It bothers me that they have picked us to be the worst team in football, because what they're doing now is challenging your physical and your mental capacity and my ability to coach. Now this hurts me. 2nd worst team, I could stand it, but not the worst team.
He did have a great sense of humor, and that there were times when things were very difficult that he would come up with a line that really did help the situation, particularly with the media.
I've broken down the expansion teams, and they've averaged winning 2.7 games their first year, which to me is rather difficult. I figured the 2, but the 0.7 has got me wondering what the hell is going on.
The coach agreed to wear a microphone that night. The result was vintage McKay, equal parts anger and humor.
Don't hit him. Don't hit him. Come on, let's hit some leather. Boy, geez. Gentlemen, we can't stop a pass or a run. Otherwise, we're in great shape. There are a hell of a lot of careers going in Monday. Yeah, let's play everybody. Hell, we're just hard. We're not proving one thing here. We prove we can't play. Now let's just play some guys. Hey, Matt, why in the hell don't you run with the football? There's another damn chicken we got out here. That's what I say. We got so many cooks and no salad. Yeah. Yeah, it would figure that you would stagger around. What's wrong with playing Mon in the game? He tackles. He's only got one chance to make his football team, and he acts like he's got it made. He ain't got nothing made.
The biggest thing I remember was the sideline. The sideline issue. Coach always wanted the guys back from the sideline. You can't be on the sideline. You got to be back, and the guys were never back.
Back up, fellas, back up, please, so we can see. Is there any way that we can get these people to sit down?
He was screaming, you know, who's in charge of the sideline? And, of course, nobody wanted to be in charge of the sideline. And then he turned around and he said, I'm cutting everybody that's close to the sideline. Everybody that's near the sideline is cut.
If I don't get them down, I will cut them, baby, so they'll be down.
And I'm thinking to myself, I don't think that's going to happen, Coach.
You want to go with quarterback, Coach?
Let's go with Parnell.
Parnell, you're going on next series.
Late in the game, it appeared the Bucs had scored their first ever touchdown on a run by backup quarterback Parnell Dickinson.
I recall a touchdown being called back because I think somebody was holding on the play. But those types of things happened all year long. I mean, every game there was something that would go wrong.
It was a broken play. It was a scramble play. And he was very, very upset with the execution of the offense in that game.
This is disgraceful. I never saw guys this bad. Boy, I've seen bad football teams. This is the worst I've ever seen. I never saw such little life on a football team in my life. We got some guys over here won't tackle, that's all. They won't be here long. We can't stop a pass or a run. Otherwise, we're in great shape. Bunch of UCLA rejects beating you. Boy, these guys are almost gutless. And the ones that aren't that are brainless. There are a hell of a lot of careers going to end Monday. Gentlemen, I would hope the hell we could play more aggressive football. I have never seen a team tackle this poorly in football in my whole life. 27 years of coaching, that's the worst exhibition of tackle. We will attempt to come back next Sunday in Tampa Stadium in front of our own crowd. We've now proven we can't play on the road or in front of our own crowd. So we would like to have a neutral site.
Get out there, you idiot! Get it so we can get it. Get it so we can get it. Oh, horse. No guts, that's what's wrong with us.
And gentlemen, who picked this to be last? All the horses' asses.
Buccaneers are the NFC Central Division champions.
Fame pursues its ends in a number of ways. There are those whom it mocks easily. Then there are those to whom it yields grudgingly, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I got a game ball for the best owner. Right on there. The youngest, best football team.
Together, these men had fulfilled a dream that was 4 years in the making.
And gentlemen, who picked this to be last? We is the champs.
They achieved their 10 regular season wins faster than any other expansion team ever had, and made the quantum leap from worst to first.